What's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to a new video. It's your boy Gamertag across the world. Today we are rebuilding the Carolina Panthers, and we got 60 staff points off rip. I think that's because branch like for pre-ordering, maybe, who knows, something like that. But we're gonna put those points in right now before we get into actually rebuilding, and I guess we'll work on Matt Rule's talent tree. And we got player growth here, and we got stuff for we could either work on offensive line. Yeah, honestly, offensive line is gonna be where we work. Yeah, let's definitely work on the offensive line as like our first things that we touch. All right, perfect. So we put those staff points there, so offensive line is chilling. And why does I keep saying I keep unlocking? So let me show you guys what the team is looking like right now. So this is obviously DJ Moore was a beast. He's had like 1,000 yards plus like 2 seasons in a row. We also got this kid Trumbull, who's a nice little tight end here. The offensive line definitely needs some work, I'd say. Definitely needs some work because we need some better pass protection than that. Defense, though, I'm actually really like excited for it because the D-line is actually not too bad. We're gonna start Yetur Gross-Matos over Morgan Fox, and then we have Yetur Gross-Matos, Derek Brown, and Brian Burns, and then we got AJ Boye, Jackson. I forgot Dante. Oh, actually Jackson. We need a strong safety though, and yeah, I mean, the team's looking pretty nice. We run a 4-3 under, and the problem with this 4-3 under is that, like, it ain't nothing wrong with it, but it's like, it's going to make Hassan Reddick have to, like, play, like, he's going to have to be a speed rusher when we need him to be a run stopper. But, it's fine. He'll work it out. He'll definitely work it out with the 4-3, so, and he's fast, too, so it's not too bad. And D-line's pretty solid, too, so we're gonna just like, I guess we can make some trades to make life a little bit better for our boy Sam Darnold. I was trying to think like who was the quarterback. Yeah, we're gonna try to make the life better for Sam Darnold. We want to work with him for show, and I want to trade some picks away just so we could try to get like better offensive linemen. And we got Jonah Williams here, who we could stain from the Bengals, but that wouldn't be too nice. We got Jedrick Willis here. I low-key want to go like a young left tackle. I mean, DJ Humphries wouldn't be too bad. Like a 4 straight up for DJ Humphries. I feel like a 3rd would go through, and that would increase our offensive line tremendously. But we want a D tackle, a right tackle, a right end if we have one. We got Morgan Fox. Morgan Fox for DJ Humphries, and then throw in like a 5th. Wouldn't be too bad. We get like a solid left tackle to protect DJ Humphries. I mean, to protect Sam Darnold. Give him a 4 and Morgan Fox with DJ Humphries. Boom. So we just shored up the left tackle position. Perfect. And now that we have the left tackle, we can try to, with the positions that's left on the team, we could obviously trade away one of these guys. I'm going to trade away Cameron Irving because we don't need to have all that cap. Wait, why is it not working? Okay, so I guess I have to back out. Alright, so what we can do now is trade Cameron Irving for a, let's see what team has interest. Whoa, the Cardinals have huge interest. They're like, yeah, we need a left tackle pronto. Anyone would work. You know, I'd take Brian Winters from you guys if you guys don't mind. Okay, so that's one of our biggest needs. Or if they have a strong safety. A strong safety or a right guard. They got Buda Baker and Sean Williams. Buda Baker is definitely not going to work. Yeah, obviously that wouldn't work. Jalen Thompson, Deontay Thompson. What tight ends do they have? I actually don't know what tight ends the Cardinals have. Max Williams? Nah, we're good on that. Yeah, we're definitely good on that. But I think we could just try either we try for a guard or we try for a pick. Would we be able to get a 1st round pick for him? No. If we can't get a 2nd or a 3rd, okay. If a 3rd doesn't work, then we'll just trade him away for so it's close. So we could trade away Cameron Irving for a 4. We get that back. So that's good. It's not too bad. We just got our draft pick back basically, and we got let's see what free agents are available that we could maybe try to sign for like the offensive line and a strong safety position. So let's look at strong safeties. Guys available, we got Rashad Jones, Kenny Vaccaro, Eric Reed, Brandon Carr, Jonathan Cyprian. So I guess I'll sign any one of these guys here. Probably try to sign the fastest one. Probably be Eric Reed. He was a former Panther before, so we're going to pick him up. And then we need a right guard because that position is looking pretty bad. So we're going to do a blockbuster signing. Sign David DeCastro. Going to help out the offensive line tremendously. And then we get those players just to help out. And let's take a look at the team right before we sim past this season. So as we look here, we got DJ Humphries, David Castro on that right side. So that right side of the offensive line is perfect. And then we got an okay tight ends. Sam Darnold is chilling. And receivers are pretty good. And then defense is looking pretty solid too. Now they got Eric Reed backing that up too. So let's see how we perform this season. And I'm thinking we just missed out on the playoffs, but barely though. So let's see how that. Alrighty, so we ended up going 6-11. Not too good, but that's okay considering we knew what to expect going into this year. Why does it keep saying we got 60 staff points? It keeps being annoying. So let's see how we did statistically. None of our guys are up there. D4 at 20 sacks. It's crazy. So let's see what our guys did. I know we had a down year, but our offense was fourth in the NFL. Sam Darnold was 5th in passing yards and 13th in passing TDs, and our defense was 15th, so not too bad. Sam Darnold, 33 touchdowns, 17 picks, 98.4 passer rating, pretty solid. McCaffrey with 1,200 yards, 10 TDs, not too bad. McCaffrey had 1,100 yards and 5 receiving TDs as well, our leading receiver, which is really dope to see. And defense, Hassan Reddick had 11.5 sacks. Brian Burns had 11.5 sacks and 3 picks for Hassan Reddick. Big great pickup. Derek Brown had 7 sacks. Yetur Gross-Motos had 3.5. So not too well for Yetur Gross-Motos, but that's okay. That's his second year in the league, so we're obviously have chances to perform way better. And let's put some staff upgrade points now into our guys. So our defense played pretty well, so I'm going to keep adding more to the defense. And I like working on the D-line a lot because I feel like that's a position that definitely needs a lot of attention because of like run defense and stuff. And our defense was like middle of the pack. So I want our offense and defense to both be like top tier, if you guys know what I'm saying. So we upgrade these points, hot pursuit, and then we got this last one, hit the weight room, boost all strength, perfect. And then we're gonna go to the offensive coordinator and we're gonna increase stuff for the tight end. So after increasing stuff for our offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator, we do that. So it's saying hire staff to fill holes. What holes do we have? No, I'm keeping everyone the same because I have a lot of hope in these guys. And I want to see what Sam Darnold's overall came out to because he had a good season. So Sam Darnold went from 71 to 74. Not too bad. Not too bad. Looking really, really nice. Tremol's our tight end or slash fullback. He's looking like a beast as well. So we're looking pretty solid. And let's just advance the week. So Super Bowl is Buccaneers Chiefs again. So rematch. And let's look at the Pro Bowl roster of our guys here. So Sam Darnold didn't make it here. Colin Kaepernick did. He got picked up. Christian McCaffrey made it as a running back. Receivers, none of our guys here. Tight ends, none of our guys. Offensive line, none of our guys. D-line, none of our guys. Rashawn Gary, Chris Barnes, and Kenny Clark made it for the Packers. That's nice. Corners, none of our guys though. Okay, which is understandable, I guess. I'm low-key want to see what the Packers did, how the Packers performed. Aaron Rodgers, okay, not too bad. Not too bad with rushing yards. Lots and lots of yards around for these guys. Chris Barnes led the team in tackles. Rashawn Gary had 13 sacks, so he took off. He took off as we expected him to. So that's pretty dope. But hopefully we get some top tier free agents. So after this week, we're gonna sim past the Pro Bowl. Super Bowl is Chiefs, Buccaneers. Let's sim past that. Chiefs end up winning the Super Bowl 35-31. Mahomes won Super Bowl MVP. Robert Salah won Coach of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Zach Wilson. Defensive Player of the Year went to D Ford. And Patrick Mahomes won MVP and Offensive Player of the Year. And Caleb Farley for the Titans won Defensive Rookie of the Year. Very interesting how that went. And now we're here into re-signing some players. We got to re-sign our guys here. So we got Robbie Anderson. All right, so first and foremost, Hassan Reddick. Oh, we don't even have cap room for this. We don't even have the cap available to re-sign Hassan Reddick. But we got him back, though, so that's pretty nice. We got Dante Action Jackson, one of our top corners. We're gonna re-sign him for show. We get him back. We got Robbie Anderson. You know, he didn't really do too much for us. I'm gonna re-sign Matt Paradis though. Or we could actually draft someone. We could actually draft someone. I'm not too worried about that. Joey Slyer, kicker. I'm gonna re-sign him. He's pretty solid. He's 75 overall. Not too bad. We get him back. Got Daquan Jones. We could draft someone. Jermaine Carter Jr. We'll re-sign him just to have that depth. We got Frankie Louvu. We'll re-sign him for that depth, of course. We got Ian Thomas, Kenny Robinson, Julian Stanford. A lot of these guys here, but we're gonna definitely let them go. So there's probably like 1 or 2 people we could try to re-sign. We got Ian Thomas here. And we get him back for a couple years just for that depth. So we got Matt Paradis and Robbie Anderson. I think I'm going to let Robbie Anderson walk, but Matt Paradis we're going to let walk too. So we're going to have about like 12 million in free agency, so we can only get like 1 or 2 players, which is okay with us. But now that we're here in the free agency, we need a center. I'm going to try to draft the center, but we also have Devontae Adams as a free agent, who always happens to be a free agent now because the Packers just do not re-sign him. So with the free agent centers available, we got Bradley Bozeman, we got Patrick McCarry, Ted Karras, Mason Cole. So I'm going to try to draft the center in this year's draft. We're going to just sign someone just for backup purposes, just to have a backup. Left guard, we just have Pat Elfine, who I want to keep working on with, so I'm going to let him be there. Or we can move one of them to guard. Actually, we can move one of them around. So, honestly, yeah, let's try that. Let's try to get Connor Williams. Move Elfine to the right side. Right tackle is good too with Taylor Moton. Left end is good with Brian Burns. D tackle, we just need one. We need one D tackle, but we probably end up drafting someone. Yetur Gross-Matos has star potential, but he didn't have that too good of a season. So, hopefully he can perform for us. Shaq Thompson's chilling. Middle linebackers are not too bad. We got Chris Barnes here, who was really solid for the Packers just this season. So we're gonna see if we can sign him. We don't have enough cap, so we're gonna see if that works. 96 total points. We throw ourselves in the mix to get a good middle linebacker. Corners, we got Sean Jackson, Dante Jackson, AJ Boye. Not too bad. Safety's got Jeremy Chin. And we also have to try to get a strong safety somewhere. Got Deron Harmon, though, who wants a 1-year deal. We can't afford him for right now. But I think we might release AJ Boye just so we could have JC Horn to perform. All right, so let's look at the players here that we can get rid of. So AJ Boye, we get a penalty, but it wouldn't be too crazy because I want JC Horn to definitely get PT. So we're going to get rid of AJ Boye. We're going to release him, sadly, but we get like $3 million back from doing that. Just making sure that we have the funds necessary. So we re-signed our right outside linebacker. We re-signed Jermaine Carter too. So so we're gonna release Denzel Perman as well. Because if we could get Chris Barnes, then we'd be looking really solid. And that'd be pretty nice. Offensive line is looking alright. Left guard is good. Left tackle is alright. Tight end, I'm definitely going to start Tremble this upcoming season for sure. And receivers could definitely use some work. We'll probably end up drafting someone just so Sam Darnold has another solid target. But let's advance the week, see what we get here, if we could get Chris Barnes. So we ended up getting Chris Barnes and the left guard, so that works out really nice. So we got our new star middle linebacker. And then we have about $7 million left in cap, so we are about $6 million. So let's see what else we could do here with the other players available. We maybe go try signing a receiver. We obviously can't get DA. I would love to. Obviously, you can't get Devin Funchess. Devin Funchess would be an interesting target, but he was on the Panthers before, so you know, it kind of be disrespectful to him. But we could also try Traquan Smith or Scantling, Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Give him a nice little deal. You know, he's only 27. But how old is Traquan Smith? If he's younger, Traquan Smith is 26 and he's a deep threat. Maybe we could even draft a kid that's like solid. Or maybe we could see what tight ends are available. Yeah, maybe we could see what some tight ends that are available. If we got like Tunyon or Njoku that's available, then we're going to maybe throw in something there. If not, we'll just try to go for a safety. So we do have Tunyon that's available and Hayden Hurst. Strong safeties that's available. We got Deron Harmon here. who I think I'm going to sign to like a little veterans deal, just so we have that position solidified. So we do that. And so with the tight ends here, we got Tremble and Dan Arnold. So what I'm going to do here is I like Tremble a lot, and Hayden Hurst is older already. So we might just stick around with Tremble and just develop him, which wouldn't be too bad of an idea to do. So let's advance to next week, see if we get Daron Harmon. Okay, so we get Daron Harmon, so we shored that up. We're going to try to draft the center in the draft. So let's go into the draft now. So we have the 4th pick in the draft. Lions have 2 picks in a row. So we have the 4th pick in the draft. And I'm looking for a center. If there's a top tier center, we're going for it. So we got a kid named Evan Blanchard. He is a late 1st rounder. I want him though, but it'll be a reach getting him this early. We got a kid named Emmanuel Morant. He's a mid 1st rounder. We also have a kid named DeMarcus Pete, who's a mid 1st rounder. We also have Jalen Spencer, who looks insane, but he's a mid 1st rounder as well. And then we got Franklin Bolden. So we got a lot of kids that's late 1st rounders. But what I'm gonna try to do, if we go Emmanuel Morant, maybe we could trade back. If we could trade back, get another pick, maybe that could like work. So let's see what we could do here. We're in the 2023 draft. They're giving us next year's picks, but I want to pick for this year. The Vikings are giving us an extra pick of next year and a 6. Okay, so the Steelers are giving us a 1st and a 2nd of this year. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with the Steelers. So we're gonna drop down about 11 spots, just so, and see if who's left for us. If we could get that center at the 15th spot, that'd be perfect. If not, we can obviously make some moves to acquire him, of course. So let's see if he's available still. Evan Blanchard is. So we're going to draft Evan Blanchard. 75 overall. Pretty good to being the number 20 ranked player in the draft. So we get our star center. And now we can move back later in the draft and see what we can get. So now we're here in the 2nd round. I low-key want to go for a receiver if there's a solid receiver left here. Got some 2nd round talents here. We got Bernard Redmond, who's a late 2nd. So honestly, we could draft our future safety. We could get either like Isaiah Frey, who's a late 2nd rounder, or we could go BJ Covington, who's a mid 2nd rounder. There's a kid named Justin Griffith, who's an early 3rd. I'm gonna get Justin Griffith. He might be a reach, but he looks like a beast. 70 overall, not too bad. And now I'm gonna simulate through the rest of this draft and see what they pick up for us. So now that we're here, let's look at the draft recap on the players that we had drafted after we drafted those guys. We drafted a safety named Stephen Holiday, 74 overall. Then we drafted right outside linebacker, left end. So mad linebackers basically. So not too bad. Offensive line is still probably looking the same, but we're not that bad though. We're definitely not that bad. Our top needs is definitely a right guard, but I want to show you guys the roster. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna show you guys the depth chart, what the team is looking like right now. And we got Blanchard, who's a 76, looking beastly. Connor Williams here at left guard. We got Elfine playing in the right guard position, which is okay with me. Tight ends, I gotta start Tremble over Dan Arnold. I don't know why he doesn't. I can't because we got Tremble starting at the fullback position, but we're gonna put Ian Thomas there. We're gonna put Tremble as a starter. Receivers, we just got DJ Moore, David Moore, and Terrace Marshall Jr., who I'm gonna stick with for now. Running backs are not too bad either. And defense, we got Chris Barnes in the middle, holding it down. And we got Daron Harmon with Griffith backing him up. And then we got Jeremy Chin and Stephen Holiday. Corners, not too bad, with J.C. Horn getting his official time as starting corner. And we got Troy Pride Jr. as our 3rd. So not too bad. Defensive tackle needs like one more person on there for sure. We got to definitely sign someone in the free agency right now. But otherwise, it's not looking too bad for the squad. And with the D tackles available, you can sign like Lawrence Gee. He's a run stopper. Perfect for what we're trying to do with the squad. And yeah, so that's how the team is looking like for this year. Let's see how they perform. And I'm thinking we sneak into the playoffs this time. That's my prediction. So let's see it. Okay, so wild card. We went 13-4. Holy crap. Holy crap. This is why you stick with it. That's why you stick with it. We just went 6-11 to 13-4. We're playing in a wild card though, so that you already know that's crazy, dude. Mahomes, Brady, and Trevor. Mahomes threw 55 touchdowns and 5.8K passing yards. Jesus Christ, Jesus, man, that dude is crazy. Aaron Donald had 24 sacks. Okay, these guys are ridiculous. Those top performers, they're ridiculous. But our team, let's look at it. We were 13th offensively, not too bad, and our defense was 10th. So we had a mid-tier team, but we went 13-4. 59 completion percentage for Sam Darnold, so not the greatest, but 97.5 passer. And he had 33 touchdowns, 10 picks, so that's not bad. Christian McCaffrey had 1,700 rushing yards and 18 rushing TDs. And he also had 927 receiving yards along with 6 TDs. DJ Moore, Terrace Marshall Jr., and David Moore did their thing holding it up. And in our defense, Hassan Reddick, again, another stellar season. 13 sacks. Brian Burns with 12 sacks. Derek Brown with 6. Perfect, yo. Exactly what I'm trying to get out of my guys. And interception, Shaq Thompson with 4. Dante Action Jackson with 2. And J.C. Horn with 2. So our team is looking pretty beastly. We're looking like a problem. I'd say that. And I want to see what the team is looking like right now. We have an 81 offense and defense. So I want to see what everyone's overalls comes out to be. So that new center we got, he's a 79. He's a star. Perfect. Connor Williams is a 77. Pat Elfine's a 73, playing that position. Tremble is just never starting for some reason over Dan Arnold. Terrace Marshall Jr. came up to a 74. Sam Darnold's a 77, like I said. With the defense, Brian Burns is now 95. Son Reddick's an 87. Derek Brown's an 88. J.C. Horn's a 79, so he's getting up there really nicely. And Chris Barnes is an 81. So we got a good-looking roster right now. We got a good-looking team right now, for sure. And, yeah, we're looking like some beasts out here. This is looking really good. So we're facing the Saints, division rivals. So let's see if we beat Alvin Kamara, take care of business, and advance in the playoffs. We ended up losing 28-24. Lost a close game. Am I a little bit upset? Yes. But do we have room to improve? Of course we do. Of course we do. Contract got extended. I want to see how that game went, though. Yeah, let's see how that game went, why we ended up losing that. See what we could do to improve. So, Panthers, Saints. We had more yards than them. Will Grier came in and threw a pass. Ian Book had 1 TD. Got sacked twice. Sam Darnold threw 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Got sacked 3 times, so that's kind of an issue. Christian McCaffrey did his thing, though, running the ball, of course, and receiving. He's a beast, of course. Defense, basically, the defenses were close. Basically, it was a close game overall. We just ended up having more turnovers. So we got to definitely bump up the offensive line, definitely help out that. Let's put our staff points into the offense now, because I feel like the defense did their thing with Hassan Reddick and Brian Burns just doing their thing. So let's go with the offense, see what we can work with. We got mean streak. We can't do anything with that. We got to boost pass blocking for our tight ends, and then boost awareness. That's perfect. Awareness for the offensive line, that goes a long way. Boost the strength of the offensive. So we got to unlock true grinders too. And then now we can get weight room. That's gonna be a perfect addition for this team, for sure. And we got fancy footwork for wide receivers. Boost catching for wide receivers and tight ends. Oh, that's pretty nice. That's really nice. So we boosted that. So let's go to the defensive coordinator now. We're going to work on the defense. Play recognition for cornerbacks. Perfect. We got boost pursuit for corners. Make our corners be a little bit more lively for next season, because this next season could be a great season for us. Boost stamina. That's perfect. In the clutches. And then boost tackles for safeties. So we upgraded those guys even more. So this next season should be our best season yet. I want to see who made the Pro Bowl for our guys. So Pro Bowl roster, we know C-Mac definitely made it. It's Chiefs-Cowboys Super Bowl this year. So Christian McCaffrey made it. Receivers, none of our receivers tight ends. None of our tight ends. Offensive line, none of our guys besides Taylor Moen. So that's pretty nice to see. Hassan Reddick made the Pro Bowl again. Corners, none of our corners. Safeties, Joey Slar, kicker made it, so not too bad. Brian Burns isn't getting the recognition that he deserves, but it's okay. This next season, they're going to see him. They're going to see him. They're going to see him. We're going to be in the Super Bowl. Watch it. I'm telling you, we're going to be in the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 57. We get to upgrade our players. I think Christian McCaffrey definitely won MVP. That's without a doubt. There's no way he didn't. Let's see who wins the Super Bowl. See if the Chiefs repeat. Chiefs ended up losing 21-31 to the Cowboys. Oh, so Christian McCaffrey didn't win it, but Dak won Super Bowl MVP. Mahomes won MVP again. And Matt Rule, we won Coach of the Year, so not too bad. We get some staff points for sure. So let's advance to next week and re-sign our guys and make another run at this, run at greatness. We got a couple players ready to negotiate. We got Brian Burns, our left end, our star left end. I'm going to give him a $108 million contract. He's back long term. Got DJ Moore, top tier receiver, who should be a Pro Bowler every season. We're going to give him top tier money too. David Moore, I'm going to let walk. Sam Darnold is on his contract year. So we got Sam Darnold here. He's not asking for too much. He's not asking for too much at all. So we're going to definitely sign him. We get him back. We got Will Grier here who wants a 2-year deal. So we're going to give him a 7-year contract. He'll be our ultimate backup. He accepts it. He's like, you know what? You're right. You're right. I'm just going to accept what you give me, and that's it. Get DJ Moore back. We're going to let David Moore walk, though. Tight ends, we're going to let Dan Arnold walk as well. Left tackle, we got DJ Humphries here. He's been pretty nice for us, I'd say. Definitely protecting the offensive line well. So we re-sign him. We're gonna let Greg Little walk as well. Left guard, we got Dennis Daly or Daly. I'm gonna let him walk. Center, we got our Blanchard guy. Right guard is good. Right tackle is good. Left end, Brian Burns has gotten re-signed. Right end, we don't have anyone to re-sign. D tackle, Lawrence Gee. We're gonna let him walk. Linebacker, right outside linebacker. Corners, safeties. We got Deron Harmon. We're gonna let him go. We're gonna let him go because we got that new guy. We got Joey Sly, who just made a Pro Bowl, so he definitely deserves a nice little contract boost for show. We get him back. He made the Pro Bowl. When you have a top tier kicker, like, you might as well re-sign him. You know what I'm saying? And then got our punter Joseph Charlton. Get him back. So boom, we just re-signed all the needed guys we needed to re-sign, and we're looking to get another top tier receiver. So let's see what they got in free agency for us. So here we are in free agency. Let's sign some free agents. We got $18 million in cap available. We got Tyreek Hill and Aaron Rodgers as free agents. Very, very interesting duo here. So we got some free agents available here. We got Shaq Thompson, who's going down, who's actually regressing really, really bad, I'd say. Left outside linebacker, Zadarius Smith is a free agent, and he would cost some bread, but he's 30 years old too, so it kind of wouldn't be worth picking him up either. So we're gonna just let him vibe out, see where he picks up and goes. But we got a kid named Henry Anderson. He could be a backup for 1 year, help out with the rotation. Give him $1 million, not too bad. Backup Eater Gross Motos. D tackle is position of need, and he got 10 teams after him. He's already 29 though, so that's just one thing. I might just sign, like, I want to get someone that fits the scheme, but I'm just gonna go with, we could go with Tristan Hill or Tershawn Warren. I'm gonna go Tershawn Warren. He's young, 25. Derek Brown gonna be beast on the D line, so that's not bad at all. Offensive line, looking solid, I'd say. Yeah, offensive line is not looking too bad. Centers, we got our kid Blanchard, who we drafted, so I'm not worried about that position. And then left tackle, we got to make sure we just have a good old backup just in case. We don't want people playing too much of preseason. And then tight end, I like Tremble a lot, I really do. So I'm gonna sign, like, Jason Sternberger is asking for a lot, and he hasn't even done much. Receivers, though, we got Hunter Renfrow. We also have Darius Slayton and Tyreek Hill, who's a free agent, who's asking for a lot of money. But I think we could draft a receiver. I'd rather draft a receiver. I like doing it that way. So let's see if with the guys we put some offers for, we get them. And then we're going to see what we can pick up in the draft. So we got Tershawn Warren, so we shored up the D tackle position. We got the backup left tackle too. And then we also got Henry Anderson. So depth, we definitely shored up the depth position. So now that we're in the draft here, Let's start drafting. They say our top needs are a right guard. If we can draft the right guard with our pick, that's like very good. Then I'll go for it. But if not, we'll just I'm gonna just look for like a receiver or something like that. So let's see what they have available. If they have a top tier right guard, they do not. If they have a left guard, they do not. Left tackle, they do not. D-line is alright. Not really too worried about that right now. Corners are okay too. We have the safeties. We have the kickers that we need. Quarterback, we're good. So I guess we'll go with, if they have a tight end, they do not. So with the receivers they have available, they have a kid named Steve Truman, mid-first rounder, deep threat. We have Cole Flowers, mid-first rounder as well. So it's between Cole Flowers and Steve Truman. Steve Truman had a higher combine grade, but they're roughly the same. I mean, B+ catching, B+ deep route, and A spec catch, while Steve Truman has A- spec catch, B+ deep route, and B+ catch in traffic. And they're both deep threat receivers. 6 feet, 195. He runs a 4.52. Cole Flowers runs a 4.46, so he's a little bit faster. And, you know, let's go Cole Flowers. I'm liking him. 75 overall. Good pickup. He's going to be with Terrace Marshall Jr. and David Moore, so not too bad. And let's send to our next pick. So now we're here in the second round with the scouted players available. Might go with a corner. Might just go with a corner just to shore that up. Just to have more players available. We got a kid named DeAndre Amos, and we also have a kid named Delonte Leverett. We're going to go with DeAndre Amos, 70 overall. Not too bad, just for depth purposes. And then we're just going to sim through the rest of this draft. So now that we look at the rest of the positions that we drafted, so after that we end up getting a tight end, a right end, a running back, another quarterback, a cornerback, and a left tackle. So we got a lot of backups, which is pretty solid. But we're looking like we're going to do even better this season. I have a lot of faith in these guys. And we're in 83 offense, 83 defense, 83 overall in general. I'll show you guys the lineup right before we simulate. So we got Sam Darnold in his third year as starter for us. He's been a beast helping us out. And so we look at our team now. Tremble's starting now. He's a 77 overall. Offensive line looks pretty amazing. Not even worried about these guys at all. I know they're going to be just fine. Receivers are looking really good. We got Flowers here. We got Terrace Marshall Jr. and DJ Moore. We got Christian McCaffrey and Chuba Hubbard. And defense, we got Chris Barnes, Shaq Thompson, Hassan Reddick, everyone doing their thing. Griffith is now starting. And we got Holiday, that kid we drafted, who's a gem as well. D-line is looking pretty good. Yeah, D-line is looking real good. J.C. Horn in his second year as a starter. So these guys are going to perform really well. I know with our coaching expertise, we're going to perform really solid. So we actually ended up going 8-9. Whoa. We didn't even make the playoffs. That's kind of weird. It's a little bit weird. Simulation didn't do us justice. We went 8-9. And I don't see any of our guys 8 here. We went 8-9. Our offense was third in the NFL. Almost 7,000 yards. And our defense is 25th, so our defense regressed. Sam Darnold, 34 touchdowns, 9 picks. Sam Darnold is a beast, yo. Christian McCaffrey, 1,500 yards, 18 TDs. And 1,100 yards, 9 TDs. Tremble, though, 84 catches, 906 yards, 6 TDs. I'm telling you, that kid's a beast. Wonder what happened. Brian Burns at 8 sacks. Yetur Gross-Matos at 8 sacks. Hassan Reddick's production went down this year. Okay, I see why. Dante Jackson had 6 picks. We had a lot of takeaways, though. Okay, that makes sense, you know. I see what happened here. Let's look at these guys' overalls. Sam Darnold's a 78 now. Tremble's an 80. Offensive line is great. Receivers are great. Not that much to do there. Defense is great. Our starting strong safety seems to be probably out. Probably got injured. I mean, defense looks pretty solid, you know. So I guess we could just put more staff points in and re-sign our guys. Let's look at the Pro Bowl roster, see what guys made it. Hopefully Sam Darnold did. He did not. Christian McCaffrey made it. Receivers, no one. Our tight end Tremble made it. I told you, that kid's a beast. Offensive line, none of our guys besides Taylor Moen made it. D-line, none of our guys. Linebackers, none of our guys either. Dante Jackson made it, though, and Jeremy Chin. So that's pretty nice. So, okay, we had some couple Pro Bowlers here and there, but we didn't make the playoffs this year. That bothers me. That bothers me a lot. So, We got an achievement. We got an MVP. Win MVP with one of your players. It was probably a Super Bowl again is Chiefs. The Super Bowl, okay, so probably Chiefs beat the Cowboys in this year's Super Bowl, so they met up again. Clyde Edwards-Helaire won Super Bowl MVP. So Christian McCaffrey won MVP and Offensive Player of the Year. So we had the best player, but we couldn't make the playoffs with him. So we're gonna probably have to re-sign him for sure. Have to re-sign him. I like the guys we have though. I don't feel like we need to make that many moves. We got Jeremy Chin here who's asking for some bread. He's our starter. He's a beast. So obviously we're gonna give him like 45.5. Got Derek Brown, our starting D tackle. He's a beast. He's young and he's in his prime right now. So we're gonna re-sign him. Shaq Thompson, I know we're gonna let him walk though. We got Yetur Gross-Motos, who had an okay year, so I'm gonna definitely try to re-sign him. We get him back. Connor Williams, our starting left guard, we're gonna re-sign him too. He's been pretty good for us ever since we signed him, ever since we picked him up. So we get him back. Joseph Charlton, our punter. You know, I'm gonna pick him up. Why not? Troy Pride Jr. Let's see if we can re-sign him to the deal. We do. We also have Pat Elfing. He wants a 1-year deal. He's been pretty solid as a backup. So, he's gonna test free agency though. So we lose him. And the rest of these guys we're gonna let walk, of course. We could always get other guys, of course. So now we're going into the first week of free agency. We gotta see if we can make it back into the playoffs. So we have about $17 million available, and we got Antoine Winfield Jr., who's a free agent. We don't need him though, so we're good on that. Left end, we're good. Receivers, I like our receivers, so we're good on them too. Corners, we're good on that too. Like I like the crew that we have. Like I want to keep working with these guys. These guys are pretty solid. And if we want a fullback, you know, maybe it'd be worth picking up Andy Yanovich, you know. But I'm not gonna go crazy on him. I'm gonna give him like a 1-year deal. No reason to give him like excessive bread. But tight ends, Treble, who just made the Pro Bowl. We're gonna pick up Josiah DeGara. He's a Packers tight end currently, so we're gonna pick him up just to back up. Offensive line has. We just need a right guard. Cesar Ruiz is a free agent, and Saints are trying to re-sign him. But, you know, maybe we can pick up someone in the draft. We don't have to spend all that money to try to get him. Tershawn Wharton went to 74 overall. D-line, I'm going to keep that the same, though. Linebackers, we're going to definitely need to get a left outside linebacker for sure. And then middle linebacker needs to get shored up, so we're going to pick up Kenny Young and give him a little cheaper deal than that. We're going to pick up Kenny Young, though. He's going to be a backup to Chris Barnes. And then right outside linebacker, we have Hassan Reddick, not bad. Safeties, they're good as well too. And so we do that. We gotta definitely trade for some people and all that good stuff because we don't have a left outside linebacker or a right guard. So we get our backup tight end. Okay. We get our backup middle linebacker and fullback, so that helps out the offense. Hopefully getting that lead blocker. And so that's all the people we picked up. We got the draft now. We're going to start drafting. We have the 16th pick in the draft, so let's see what we can get here. We're looking for a right guard or a left outside linebacker to fit our scheme, to come along and be a beast for us. Left outside linebacker is available. We got a kid in the second round. His name is Dion McElroy. So hopefully he's around so we can pick him up. That's who we want to target. And with the guard position, we're looking for any guard, but looks like they don't have a good guard class this year, so that's gonna be an issue. So with the players they do have available, though, we have they have a lot of first-round talent here, which is pretty nice to see. But we don't really need any of these guys, so it's never wrong. It's never too wrong to go with a middle linebacker, I guess. Or we could trade back. We don't really need to draft a player we don't need. We could just trade back. So I think I might just trade back here. Oh, no. We're going to trade away the pick. Review the offers they got. We're 2024. So give me a first of next year and then a sixth of this year. You know what? I'm going to go with that. Why not? Why not? They're giving us a whole first-round pick for next year. Okay. So we do that. Let's see if that left outside linebacker is here. If not, We're gonna just have to count our losses and just move on. So he is here. We got Deon McElroy. We're gonna pick him up, 71 overall. He's a power rusher, so he's gonna have a lot of burden on him, but I'm hoping that he can perform. And we're gonna advance that into the draft. Now that we look at the draft recap, we got McElroy. Then we drafted just some backups here, as expected. But McElroy, we're gonna have to put a lot of faith in that kid for sure. A lot of faith in that kid. And we're gonna put some more of our staff points into our guys. See what we could upgrade just to make sure this is the best year yet. Come on, man. So we have an 85 defense and an 83 offense, which is pretty nice. I'm gonna show you guys what the team looks like. See what other players we could pick up. So offensive line, we have a kid named Moran here, who looks like he's starting. So maybe he'll perform nicely. Offense looks pretty good though. Receivers look pretty good. Sam Darnold's a star now, so he's going to definitely perform way better than before. Linebackers. Okay, so I don't know why they changed that around, but we're going to change that up because I want McElroy to really do start, though. Corner's looking good. So defense looks pretty good. We're just going to change around why they started with that. We're going to add in some staff points for our guys. So view the talent tree for staff guys. So boom, ground and pound. So since we did pick up a fullback, so he's gonna definitely help us out this go around with this upcoming season. And then we got budding commander. We got all players on your okay, so they all work in practice. Cool. Wait, reveal a hidden develop for one player per season. Can I choose who? Yeah, let's do him. And then we got slow stats for one position available for purchase. We don't have the points available for that, so we just did all of our offense right there. We got our kid Moran. We unleashed his whatever his thing is, and we're gonna just change around the depth chart for our starters. So Sam Darnold is cool. Christian McCaffrey's cool too. Andy Janovich is cool. Receivers, I like our receivers. Got DJ Moore, Cole Flowers, Terrace Marshall Jr. Not too bad of a squad. Tight ends, we got Tremble here, DJ Humphries, Connor Williams, Evan Blanchard, who's been a great pickup, Moran, who's going to be our starting right guard. And then we just got to make sure we move around our linebackers because Deon McElroy's starting. I don't care. Like, I don't care how mad they get. He's going to start there. And then Hassan Reddick, you're going to come in here. You're going to start over Frank Louvu. Cool. So we fixed that up. Make sure that's correct. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why they try to switch that around. But now I want to see what Moran's hidden development trait is, because we use that points. So he's a star. So perfect. He's going to be a star playing that offensive line. So hopefully he helps out, picks up quickly, and let's see how we perform this. So we ended up making the playoffs, going 9-8. We won our division too. Panthers went 9-8, Falcons went 9-8, Saints went 9-8, and Buccaneers went 8-9. Nonetheless, I'm glad we made the playoffs. Nonetheless, I'm glad we made it. We're gonna upgrade all of our guys. 2 playoff seasons in these 4 years. Not too bad. That's pretty good. Let's see how we did statistically around the league. So our offense was 5th. Yo, our offense has been crazy. I'm telling you. Sam Darnold, Christian McCaffrey offense is just fire. And our defense was 6th. 29 touchdowns, 13 picks for Sam Darnold, so not that great of a year passing the ball. But Christian McCaffrey had 14 rushing TDs, 1,300 yards. And then he also had 910 yards receiving and 6 TDs. And our guys, our tight ends and receivers did pretty solid as well. Defense, see how that went. Chris Brown led the team in tackles. Hassan Reddick with 9 sacks, so he picked it up this year. Brian Burns with 8 sacks. Derek Brown with 6. Yetur Gross-Matos with 3.5. Our rookie linebacker had 1.5 sacks, but Justin Griffith had 5 picks, so that's pretty nice. Our starting left outside linebacker didn't have that much sacks, but that's okay. But Justin Griffith had 5 picks. Dante Ashton-Jackson had 3, and the rest of our guys had 1 apiece. So it looks like our guys definitely did their thing when it came to turnover, like making people turn over the ball. But let's look at the guys' overalls right before we go into battle against the Vikings. See what everyone's overall turns out to be. Offensive line, Moran became a 76, so that's a huge boost. Sam Darnold is now an 81. Oh, we don't have our starting receiver in DJ Moore, so he's injured. So we're going to have Flowers and Terrace Marshall Jr. leading the way. So hopefully they can help that out. Linebackers, Hassan Reddick. Oh, he's a backup. Okay. I was about to say what happened there. D-line, everyone's healthy. Corners, everyone's good. Safeties, oh man, we're listing our starting safety again, bro, for the playoffs. That's annoying. But we got some of our guys here. I'm gonna see what injuries, what happened to our kids. No, we're not playing. We're not playing. We're not playing. Let's look at the injury report. See who's on IR. David Moore. Oh, he's back. What? Oh, if he's back, we could just put him in the lineup. Oh, if these guys are back, we're putting them in the lineup. They're uninjured. Oh, let me fix the depth chart. Let's help ourselves out. Like, what the heck? I thought they were just gone. Good thing I looked at that. DJ Moore. Why could I put Will Gray at receiver? Wait, how do I make him return? How do I make them return? I never seen that before. Injury report. He's on IR, so his season's like done. Can I not like return him? Move to practice squad, set as captain. Damn, so they can't get returned to the lineup, man. Why do they have to get injured? All right, let's see how we perform against the Vikings, who are 11-6. We ended up taking a W, 28-21. And now we're facing the Washington football team, but that's scary defensive front. But we won a playoff game with the Panthers, pretty solid. Now we're facing the Washington football team, and we're home. So let's see if we could rally and beat these guys. We ended up beating them 38-31. So now we're in the conference championship against the Cowboys. And the Cowboys have been going to the Super Bowl back-to-back against the Chiefs. So let's see if we can change things up and make it this time and change our luck. So we ended up losing a close one, 37-31. Damn. And it's Chiefs-Cowboys for the third year in a row. So they became this huge matchup now, all of a sudden. But we were so close to making it. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Let's look at the Pro Bowl roster. So it looks like Aaron Rodgers was in the AFC. That's crazy. Christian McCaffrey made it. Receivers, none of our guys. Tight ends, none of our guys. Offensive line, none of our guys, surprisingly. D-line, none of our guys. Linebackers, Hassan Reddick made it. Cornerbacks, safety, Steve Holiday made it. That's cool. Damn, so not that many of our guys made it, but we made it all the way to the conference championship. And our contract got extended. So let's see how we did during those games and then call it that, sadly. But team schedule, let's get a postseason. So against the Vikings, we won 28-21. Sam Darnold threw 4 picks. Holy crap. And Jordan Love got sacked 3 times, and he's a starter on the Vikings. Okay. We threw 4 picks, but we still ended up winning. Christian McCaffrey did his thing running the ball, though. But damn, we threw 4 picks? That's bad. Hassan Reddick had 2 sacks. Cedar Gross-Motos did his thing as well. But 4 picks, that's horrible. That's crazy that we still won that game. Washington football team, Sam Darnold bounced back through 3 touchdowns. That's pretty nice. And we sacked Jamie Newman 4 times, so that's pretty good. Christian McCaffrey did his thing running the ball and receiving, of course. We sacked Jamie Newman a lot, so our defense showed out. And then against the Cowboys, a very close game. A lot of the yards thrown. Sam Darnold threw 2 TDs. Dak threw 3, but 356 yards. He only got sacked once. We got sacked 4 times. Christian McCaffrey did way better running the ball than Zeke. Receiving was alright. Nothing too crazy. Chris Barnes led the whole game in tackles. Sean Hayden had 2 sacks, so they sacked us a lot. And Hassan Reddick was the only one with a sack, so our pass protection wasn't there. But nonetheless, it was still a close game. And let's see who wins in this trilogy Super Bowl between the Cowboys and the Chiefs, this new dynasty game. But let's see who takes that, and then we'll end off the video there, guys. So with this Super Bowl now in play with the Chiefs and Cowboys, the winner is the Chiefs. They take it again. So they're up 2-1 in that. Mahomes won Super Bowl MVP and NFL MVP, so Mahomes becoming a beast in his own. So that's pretty dope. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed watching the video. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, comment down below what other teams want to see me rebuild. It's a pleasure recording this, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. And remember, you gotta be a fiend to succeed. Peace.